Salveta. I wanted to walk through the first part of the Latin translation of the Iliad with you. I'm working off of the same text that you have, or that you should have, if you've downloaded it from our website. It's that Latin text that we talked about in the other video, the translation by Samuel Clarke in the 18th century. And I've gone ahead and included the Greek there for you as well. Obviously, you don't know the Greek, but I thought it might be nice just for you to see what the Greek words look like, and then the Latin that follows. So the first line in the Latin, Iram cane dea pelidae Achilles perniciosum. Go ahead and take that perniciosum from the next line because it modifies Iram. And that exactly parallels that opening line in the Greek, Menin aide thea peleiadeo Achilleos ulomene. And really goes word for word. So Menin is the first word in the Greek, Iram in the Latin, aide in the Greek, cane in the Latin, and so forth. And so Homer is starting off, he says, Cane Iram, sing the anger dea, sing the anger goddess. And the thing to note is that in the ancient world, singing and reciting were really the same thing. So when Homer says sing something, he's really saying recite or tell the story of. The anger, he says, pelidae Achilles. We have two genitive case words there. Sing the anger goddess of the son of Peleus, Achilles. So the whole story of the Iliad starts off about the anger of this great Greek hero Achilles, who was the son of Peleus, capital P-E-L-E-U-S. And when he says goddess, what he's referring to there is one of the muses. Some of you know about the muses, those goddesses of art and literature and creativity and so forth. And so he's saying, hey, this is a big task. I want to need your help in telling this story. So he says, sing the anger or the rage goddess of Achilles, the son of Peleus. And then he describes that anger as perniciosum. Literally, it's just thoroughly destructive all the way through to the end. He says, so sing the destructive anger or the rage of Achilles, the son of Peleus, O goddess. Quae plurimus Achilles dolores fecit. The quae is going back to the Iram, they're both singular and feminine. It's that rage which, he says, fecit plurimus Achilles dolores, which made plurimos dolores, which made so many griefs or so many misfortunes for the Achilles. And we're not going to go into a lot of detail on this, but there are a lot of different names for the Greeks, and so you could translate that as simply the Greeks. Multasque fortes animas orco primature misit heroum. He says, and, we get the and from the que there on multasque, and, still talking about the anger, and it misit, it sent, multas fortes animos, it sent many brave souls of heroum, just like it looks, of many brave souls of heroes, to Orcus, to the underworld, primature, prematurely or too early. Right? These are young men who died in war, and we usually don't expect people maybe to die until older age. So starting it again, he says, sing goddess, the thoroughly destructive anger or rage of Achilles, the son of Peleus, which made so many griefs for the Greeks and sent many brave souls of heroes prematurely or too early to the underworld. Ipsosque praedam discerpendam fecit canibus, alitibusque omnibus. And, we've got another and there on the ipsos que, and fecit, so it's the same word again, and praedam discerpendam fecit, and made loot, or we know the word booty or spoils of war, and basically, and made them, their bodies, to be spoils of war discerpendam. And if you haven't checked it out already, we've got vocabulary at the back of the packet There's 2 pages of vocabulary there, and you say that discerpo means to tear into pieces. So this anger, it made grief for the Greeks, it sent the souls of their heroes to the underworld, and it made their bodies as loot or plunder to be torn to pieces by cannibus and omnibus alitibus, by dogs and all flying creatures or all birds. So their bodies were just left there to be torn apart by dogs and birds. Jovis autem perficiebatur concilium. He says, this was really bad stuff, but he says, however, that's the autem, however, the concilium Jovis, the plan of Jupiter, perficiebatur, was being done. This was what Jupiter had planned. Ex quo utique primum disjuncti sunt litigantes atridesque rex virorum et nobilis Achilles. He picks it up here. He says, ex quo, so out of this, out of all of this, utique, certainly, primum disjuncti litigantes, the first who were disjuncti, the first who were separated, or there was a division between them, were the litigantes. And this is where we get the word litigate in law. We hear that word sometimes. The first who were separated were the two who were opposed to each other. Atrides rex virorum, the son of Atreus, the king of men, and nobilis Achilles, and noble Achilles. So the son of Atreus he's referring to is Agamemnon, the commander-in-chief of the Greek side. He was a son of Atreus. And then, of course, noble Achilles. So let's go back through that one more time. Sing, goddess, the thoroughly destructive rage of Achilles, the son of Peleus, which made so many griefs for the Greeks and sent many brave souls of heroes to the underworld prematurely, and made ipsos, made the bodies themselves, the men themselves, praedam discerpendum cannibus alitibusque omnibus, and made their bodies as loot to be torn apart by dogs and all flying creatures. However, the will or the plan of Jupiter was being done. From this, certainly, the first who were separated were the combatants, the son of Atreus, king of men, and noble Achilles. And that takes us through line 5. Walleta.